Welcome, Capricorn. This is Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. This is your 2022 May astrological weather, astrology forecast. So let's start. I'm going to show you this beautiful wheel over here, and I'm going to present and explain you everything, just like I explain everything for my children. All right. So actually, I'm going to talk about Pluto right now, and Pluto going to go to retrograde on 29th of April. Actually, it's gonna station retrograde, which means it's going to be really close to the Earth, and whatever house it's going to affect, and in your case, it's your first house, it's going to get magnified over there. So what's happening over here? Pluto is transformation, rebirth. It is death. It is like ending. Its rules originally, Scorpio, the 8th house. So it is connected with pregnancies, with surgeries, other people's money, investment, and actually loans and inheritances. In your first house is your body, and Capricorn is restructuring structure, and it's Capricorn rules the 10th house, your career as well. So what's going on? Go over here. So if you put together those, what I was talking about, so when it's gonna go to retrograde, so it is transforming for you and restructuring something for you with your ego, the way you relate, for example, to your career, because it rules Capricorn, the 10th house. So it rules actually career matters, but for you, actually, it rules here Libra. So Libra rules the 10th house, and where is and Capricorn rules the So Libra matters. So it could be ruling something with design, or actually because it rules your Libra and 10th house in Libra, it could be like restructuring something with your hormonal imbalance. The first house is your body. Pluto is a reproductive system. It relates actually to the reproductive organs as well. So it could create some kind of hormonal imbalance, but you have to restructure, right? Okay. What else could be over here? So Pluto retrograde actually going to sextile end of April, very beginning of May 1st actually with Venus. And Venus is still in Pisces in May 1st in an exalted position. So she loves to be here. She's shining, she's glowing, she's really enjoying to be in lovely Pisces, right? So sextiling, this is a very positive aspect, and it is your third house, your communication, your writing product, restructuring your writing, or actually it could be the third house matter, anything over here. So anything, the way I communicate, it's going to be more loving and very deep. Pluto is deep, third house is communication. I can actually write about some kind of love stories, but I can restructure the love stories through writing. Or it could be like I can talk about, let's see, like, you know, third house Venus here, Pisces, some kind of forgiveness, writing about forgiveness. Actually, or higher octave of love, or connection with writing about some kind of spiritual matter, but some kind of afterlife for you over here. Okay, so third house is your siblings, third house is your neighbors. So you can have a lot of healing in your neighborhood. You can have a lot of healing between you and your sibling. So when Venus and actually Neptune conjuncted at 24 degrees, and that is a Piscean degree, so giving an extra boost of forgiveness for you with your siblings, and it could give an extra boost of forgiveness with your neighbors. So you're going to recreate some kind of love in your sibling relationship with your friends and with your neighbors here. And then after that, on April 30th, when we're going to have the partial solar eclipse in Taurus, it's going to, in your 5th house, it is going to do, and it's actually not trining because that's in 10 degrees, so absolutely not trining, but it is 27 degrees Pisces, which is also a Venusian degrees, but going to rule this kind of solar eclipse, because Venus is ruling Taurus, so definitely connected, not sextiling, but connected because ruling it. So it is creating actually a beautiful, loving aspect and communication with my children, perhaps, or actually a beautiful project, a creative project. And it could be a writing project about love, or about children, or a children book, for example. So you're capable to create that. And what else I wanted to solve? Yes, so it is happening in 27 degrees, and actually it is going to sextile with this kind of Pluto retrograde also. So it's giving an expansion of deep love between you and some kind of siblings, a reconnection with your siblings, actually. So what's happening over here? But as Mars is in Pisces also, doesn't like to be over here, not like Venus. And in the 3rd house, it could create some kind of inflammation in your throat chakra. Or it could be creating some kind of issues with let me see, 3rd house is neighborhood, and it could be some kind of flooding in the neighborhood, which is like could create some kind of fire later on. All right, so flood and fire hole. So it could be like a flood coming in the neighborhood where you live, and then the poles on the street can actually get affected and could create some kind of fire. It could relate to that as well. Then actually Mars going to go 20, but I'm not going to talk about Mars first. I'm going to talk about May 4th. May 2nd over here, when Venus is going to go to Aries, and it's going to go in your 4th house. So it's going to be a lot of loving energy with your family, and spending time, and spending actually a lot of loving time with your family. You can heal your family matters, you can reconnect actually with kind of family members from, that is a healing, loving aspect in your family, with your ancestors. Actually, Venus in your 4th house also could be like redecorate your home. So it's time for me to beautify my home. All right, what else is going on? So that's May 2nd here. Then May 10th, Jupiter going to join Venus in Taurus. And we in Aries, and we didn't really have an Aries season. We had, but because we had a Piscean stellium, it felt so smuggy and heavy. We didn't have energy. We know we have to initiate something and we have to move forward, but somehow we couldn't. We were stuck in that murky, muddy energy. But right now, when Venus is going to go into Aries, and when Jupiter gonna join Venus in Aries, we eventually going to get that power back and that kind of physical energy, and we going to feel like, all right, let's go, let's do something over here. For example, in your 4th house matter, so let's go maybe for a foreign trip. Jupiter was also Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is foreign countries, so I'm going to join some kind of family trip with my and it's gonna be a foreign country, or it could be I'm going to invest, or I'm going to buy a property in May in actually a family home, a vacation home in a foreign country. Then actually May 24th, Mars is going to leave Pisces over here, and it's gonna go to the 4th house of Aries. So it's definitely initiating something, or within real estate and family matters. So it could give you a new home, definitely Capricorns as well. But before, at 14 degrees in Pisces, it's going to actually sextile with Uranus here. So I would see something coming up, some kind of verbal conflict, and it's going to be unexpected with either a romantic partner, either a loved one, because fifth was also your love, your romance, your mysteries. And it is some kind of it's conflict, verbal conflict, because third house is verbal, and Mars is the warrior, so it could be some kind of verbal conflict, unexpected coming up, or with your children. Your children are gonna be rebellious, and you will fight, and you will bark back and keep fighting verbally, talking back. It's gonna start like your children are gonna start to talk back, and you're gonna go insane. In the fifth house, on May 4th, we're going to have Uranus, and we're going to have actually Sun conjunct. And I have to tell you something here, Capricorn, in physical matter. So Uranus could be like some kind of electric impulse in the body. It could be also central nervous system. It could create some kind of seizures, tremors, and in general, in mundane perspective, Uranus and Sun definitely could be something like an earthquake or tsunami, but in your body, electric impulse. Sun is your heart, fifth house is your heart, because that's ruled by Leo. I would maybe, if you have some kind of panic attack or heart palpitation, it could be something wrong with the valve in the heart. So if I'm thinking of medical astrology, the electric impulse is the valve going to, so it could be create some kind of issue with heart and with palpitation. And also what else it could create? You know, it could be the sun is like spreading light on something with my children, and Uranus is gayness. So it could be like your child going to come out for you, like gonna tell, you know, Mom, I'm gay. So it could happen as well. And what else could happen here? So actually, beginning of May and end of April, actually April 30th, Eros, which is Cupid, the asteroids of love, and Black Moon Lilith, which is a mathematical point of the moon. And both of them is sexuality and sensuality, and fifth house is romance. It's gonna conjunct with Sun over here. So end of April, it's gonna be really loving and very romantic for you Capricorns. And Capricorn ruled by Saturn, so they usually not that romantic. They could be very reserved and very cold time to time. But I would say right now your mojo gonna go really high up, and you will say like, oh, all right, I need some romance. I really crave some romance and some physical attraction and some physical touch. So sexuality will be really in center right now, and romance will be in really center of attention here. Okay, so what else could be here? So I have to talk about Taurus a little bit for you, and it's in your fifth house. And Algol, the fixed star, Medusa, who been actually raped and who been actually punished, not being virgin anymore. But can you imagine, like, are you kidding me? They abuse me and you punishing me? So she became revengeful and she became evil. It's a very, very hard, and it's a very demonic fixed star, and it's out of pain. So couldn't practice forgiveness. So she's going to turn everything stone, whoever got close to her. And then Sappho, the asteroid of muse and art, and Sappho doesn't have shame. Algol has a lot of shame because he carried that kind of heavy burden of rape. But Sappho is like, I don't care. I mean, you know, that's my sexuality. I like to be the muse, and I like to be naked. I like to be painted. And and has no shame at all. And those two, the fixed star and this asteroid, going to conjunct actually in your 5th house. So actually, it's going to be quite a double feeling, a lot of doubt around intimacy, romance, and sexuality for you. So in one day you are craving for it, or you want to have pleasure and joy and romance, and one day you don't want to. And it could be because of, it could be it brings in an unexpected lover for you with Uranus. And, like Sappho wants to enjoy it, and Algol is no, it's restricted. You can't have it. Some kind of guilt and pleasure tug of war between that two. And then what else could happen over there? All right. So actually, it's gonna happen here. The lunar eclipse and the sun gonna be actually opposing the moon in the 11th house for you in May 14, and it's going to be in 25 degrees 18 minutes in Scorpio. Scorpio rules your 11th house over there right now, and this lunar eclipse going to be a total lunar eclipse, and it's full moon itself, it is like a letting go of things, but South Node is going to conjunct with South Node, and it's the eclipse itself is letting go as well, eclipsing out something that doesn't serve us anymore. And I would say you're getting rid of some kind of social tribe, some kind of friends and social circle over here that doesn't serve you anymore. You're going to get rid of them. That is a detoxification in your friendship zone going on. I don't want them anymore. I'm done over here. I need to move forward because actually I can concentrate on joy, because they are very demanding. They need so much attention, and I can't give it to them anymore because I'm taking away from my own pleasure. I'm taking away from my own happiness and joy because I always have to deal with their problem. That kind of situation can go on for you. All right, so what else? So let's see over here, Saturn. Saturn is in your 2nd house, and 2nd house is your valuables. That is your money, that is your income. That is your taste as well, and values as well. And as I said before, it rules actually your jaws, because it rules Taurus, teeth, jaws over here, and swallowing. So your neck, thyroid as well. So endocrine system, it could be here. So Saturn over there could be like low hypothyroidism, or it could create actually delay with your income. So you worked for something, and the boss or your CEO, the employer, not gonna be capable to pay right away. So you're going to get delayed with some kind of money over here. You're not gonna get it right away. And don't forget, we have Saturn over here, and it's actually North Node is opposite of South Node all the time, right? Because that's an axis. It's in your 5th house. 5th house is some kind of investment, some kind of happiness. So actually, I didn't get money because I didn't get paid. My payment check got delayed. So that's why I am actually not capable to enjoy some kind of party, or it could be like a celebration, a birthday celebration, or any kind of celebration I've been invited to, but I'm not capable to go because I didn't get money. I can buy gifts over here, okay? It could mean that as well. Or, it is a simple daily joy and happiness. You wanted to do something, you wanted to enjoy something, and this delayed money doesn't allow you to do that. Okay, or it could be actually an investment situation. So for example, you invested North Node in your 5th house, you invested in something, but that investment decreased, and you put in like $100,000, and it's only worth right now 30,000. So you are like, all right, so Saturn, okay, what should I do? But usually when we have that kind of Saturnian square, it is initiating some kind of permanent completion. So it is also falling away something. So yes, that investment could fall away, but also it could restructure, and it's going to go retrograde in your second house in June 5th. So it could actually restructure something in your financial, in your income, the way you are actually earning money. It's going to restructure something. Or actually it's going to push you forward to create something positive, because you had a loss here. And when it's going to go to retrograde, you are like, all right, you know what, the way I related to make money doesn't work. For example, maybe I bought a lot of lottery tickets because I always wanted to have only lottery, and you know, it's not working. Obviously, I have to earn income. I have to work for it. And Saturn going to actually gift you if you are working hard and if you have a good work stamina and a work ethic. So that's definitely going to give you later on. Okay, so we were talking about that eclipse over here. And then let me see what kind of asteroid situation going on. So we were talking about Pallas Athene, yes, and Pluto. No, we didn't talk about Pallas Athene with you. Actually, Capricorn, I did talk about Scorpio, with Scorpio. So Pallas is going to be in your 5th house, actually squaring with this Pluto over here, 4th house, end of your 4th house, 28 degrees. And Pallas Athene is the warrior, goddess of warrior. It's the goddess of warfare. It's the goddess of wisdom, the eternal virgin. Never wanted to get married, very, very stubborn energy in your 4th house. And with Pluto squaring with Pluto over there, it could be something around your home situation, your family situation. So it could be something like going to go in war with a family member, or, you know, because of, I wanted to know where I am from. That's my roots. It's digging deep. Also some kind of family matters, it's coming out, and I am like, okay, I'm going to push away family members with that because I'm very, very stubborn. Or it could be Pluto and family. I'm breaking up families, and not necessarily your families, because of I'm obsessed with someone who could be like family but not related to me, not incest. It could be like my brother's wife. I'm in love with my brother's wife, or some kind of crazy situation like that. And you know, I'm breaking up families. Pallas could do that with Pluto square here as well. Or I feel, you know, like very strong sexual power to someone who I not should, because it's still family, even if we are not blood related. What else could have been here? So yes, so Mars going to join Aries in your 4th house here. So it could be some kind of property investment for you, definitely. And you know, Mars is fire, and Jupiter is expanding things. So on May 24th, Mars going to co-join here Jupiter, and May 28th they're going to be actually in 3 degrees in Aries, and then but by that time Venus gonna go to your 5th house, and actually it's going to give you some joy end of May and some kind of happiness finally. And then, you know, Sun already gonna be actually May 20th in your 6th house and concentrating on your health. And on your daily routines or daily regimes, your diet, and your work and your employees, and it's going to shine over there. So it's going to bring a lot of lights there on those matters. So it's going to be positive. But then Mars is going to go to your 4th house, and Mars with Jupiter actually in the 4th house could be some kind of electric fire in the house, some kind of fire related incident in your house, but you have to be careful with electric fire, or careful with candles around that time. And what else going to happen? But actually, it could indicate create also, you know, like in fourth house, yeah, initiating to buy a house or initiate for a move. Yes. What else going to happen for you, my dear Capricorns? Let's see. We will talk about Sappho and Algol over here. And, you know, Mercury, I have to talk about Mercury retrograde. So first of all, Venus, when it went actually to Taurus, it loves to be over here. It's in its home sign, and it's really joyful, and it's really happy. So actually in your fifth house, it's going to create you a lot of happiness. You will get back your muse. You will get back your creativity, your creative ideas, and you will start some kind of new creative project actually, and you will love it. And because Uranus is over there as well, it could be something like unconventional. It could be really unique. Uranus is very, very unique. And as I said also, you know, one of your child could come out, or a child or children come out to be gay, and you are giving them loving support with this Venus here. So Mercury going to start actually to go retrograde in 4th degrees of Gemini in your 6th house. 6th house is your head, it's your work, it's your daily routine. So you're going to actually revisit the regime, but you are applying in your daily affairs. And it could also be like, you know what, I'm having some kind of communication issues with my employees who I hired, or I got a diagnosis, 6th house, and actually I need to have a second opinion because they misdiagnosed me, or you know, they misdiagnosed me. So be careful if you are waiting for some kind of medical result over here. Make sure you get a second opinion. Then Mercury gonna go back on May 22nd, retrograding back to Taurus in your 5th house. So there could be some kind of miscommunication with your children, like, or it could relate to some kind of 5th house is something that you really enjoy, but it could be, what is that, like your PlayStation, for example, going to actually, you know, like get screwed up, like you have to fix it, or it could be something with some kind of creative project that you started. You made a jewelry line, and actually the clips on the necklace, all of them was wrong, and right, you have to readjust it. 5th house, yes, it could be miscommunication with your romantic partner as well. Like you don't see eye to eye right now. You just don't understand each other somehow at this moment. And it is a Taurus matter, so definitely Taurus could rule neck as well. And 5th house, it's circulation. 5th house, it's blood and heart, but Taurus is eating. All right, high cholesterol. So careful with eating too much fat and or egg or whatever is giving high cholesterol, because it could represent like some kind of cholesterol issue for us here. Okay, what else is happening? So Vesta also going to go to Pisces, and it's going to affect your 3rd house. So definitely there is going to be, you're gonna be smoother, and you're gonna be loving with your communication. Capricorn, as I said, it's ruled by Saturn, so it could be very reserved, and right now somehow you will shine with your words, and it will be really, really healing and loving. Or actually it could be like, yes, that will be. And then we talked about Pallas, yes, and but let's talk about Ceres. Ceres also going to actually go to at May 15th to Cancer here for you, and Cancer is your 7th house. Ceres is fearing of loss. Ceres is an asteroid who lost her daughter. Her daughter got abducted there. So actually you fear of loss of your significant others, and it could be either way, like you don't want to divorce, or you are concerned about the significant other health. So some kind of fear over there going on with a one-on-one relationship. It could be business partnership, or for fear of falling out, or it could be also some kind of friendship as well, but most likely it's a marriage related issue. And then we do have what other asteroids? So we talked about Pallas, we talked about Sappho and Argol, and we talked about Vesta, Ceres, and we talked about Juno also here. Juno also loyalty, Jupiter wife. It's the loyalty. It's actually the marriage keeper. So Jupiter was actually cheating on Juno so many times, but Juno still kept loyal to him and still loved him. And with Vesta, with the eternal flame, it is like, it could be like I'm healing a relationship with my neighbor or with my siblings through communication. I'm gonna reconnect with my sibling and with my neighbors who I got distance with previously. All right, and then it's going to talk about, we talked about the eclipse for you, which was your 11th house. So let's talk about the new moon. That's the last aspect over here. And the new moon going to happen May 30th in your 6th house in Gemini. And that is like, definitely it's something. New moon is also initiate something new in our life. Gemini is something with either here with your neck, your vocal cord, with your communication, written and spoken word. It is also cryptocurrency, but in the 6th house, it's definitely not crypto. It would be more like some kind of health-related issue and work-related issue. So, which has to be start a new initiation in your. A new start in your work matter or daily routine matter or service for others, for example, but through communication. So you might going to start to advocate for other people, serve others, but for the unprivileged. And I'm telling you why the unprivileged, because 6th house is always opposite with 12th house, and it could also reflect over here, which means like 12th house is the homelessness, 12th house is the drug addicts, the orphanages, the refugees. So definitely it could be like I'm being advocate for those kind of causes. And yes, standing up for them. All right, so if you loved my insight and my guidance over here, so don't forget to give me some love and push the like button or subscribe and comment for me, please. And visit my website and get a consultation with me. So my website again is www.urbanwitch.org. Thank you so much for listening. I'm honored for your following, and if you follow me or subscribe to me, I'm truly honored, and I see you next month. Have a great month. Bye.